Okay, what's going on? Good morning. Sorry I'm a little bit earlier than usual, but thanks for being here on Leadership Thursday. I am Dr. Jeff Moore, currently serving as the CEO of ICE and lead faculty for the cervical and lumbar spine divisions. Thank you for being here. Got a full schedule today, so thanks for jumping on a little bit early. So it's Thursday, so most importantly, it is Gut Check Thursday. So let's make sure we're tracking that. I saw that Alan posted up on the Facebook and Instagram pages. So make sure you're keeping an eye on Gut Check Thursday. It's a spicy one because there's no built-in rest and there's no earned rest. It's going to be a bit of a grinder. So we've got a 250-meter row, and then you're going to knock out 15 American swings. So that's going to be 53-35. And then you're going to knock out 10 burpees. Then you're going to alternate between knocking out kettlebell swings and burpees for a couple of rounds, back to the row, and then back to burpees and kettlebell swings and finishing with a row. So it's a pretty solid, I saw 5 or 6 rounds on there. It's a pretty solid grinder. I think Alan posted it during testing somewhere in the 7s. So that should burn us up pretty good. So looking forward to that. As far as courses coming up, got a couple of great ones. Mitch is going to be up in Vancouver doing CMFA Live. So you can hit that, or you can wait until March 14th, 15th and come out here to Colorado. Hang out with us at CrossFit Endure. CMFA Live is coming right here to my gym. Here in town, so we'd love to have you out here. We also have our new course, online course, Primary Care PT, firing up, and then we also have Total Spine Thrust Manipulation up out in Portland, March 7, 8 with Justin. All those are coming up. All right, so I want to talk a bit about burnout today because this comes up all the time. Like it's a conversation that won't go away, and it's a really important one. And I think it steers people either to or away from really important decisions. I know that my whole career, I have heard people saying, Jeff, you're going to burn out. You got to watch how much work you take on. And I have historically found that burnout has very little to do with the amount of work that you're doing, the quantity or the volume of it, right? I have not found that in myself, and I have not found that in all the people that I have really sought out their opinion because I value it, because they seem to be able to cheat the system. Right, have gotten a massive amount done, but haven't burned out. In fact, seem only more engaged every year of their career, decades into it. Those people, right, have done a massive volume, but haven't experienced burnout. And so I've reflected over the years on, well, what does cause it if it's not overall volume of work? And I think it really comes down to a couple of key factors. And the first one is the quality of work that you get to do. Right, so burnout has a lot to do with the quality of work that you get to do. Because the amount of pride that you take in the quality of work that you do is inversely proportionate to the amount of burnout that you experience from the work. That probably, of all the factors, that one is at the heart of it. Right, because doing even a moderate amount of low quality work that you are not proud of is exhausting. That I know for sure. Like if you are not really proud of the product that you're creating, doing that work is really tiring. This is why we encourage environments where other people aren't controlling your quality, right? No, I'm not dead set on the one-to-one PT to patient 60-minute visit, but I am set on you being able to do your best work. So like when I travel around, a lot of people ask me like, Jeff, how many patients should my therapist be able to see? Is it 12? Is it 16? Is it 20? My answer to that is don't sweat the exact number, because again, I don't think it's about the overall quantity of work, like how many reps, but communicate with that therapist about, do you feel that you're able to do your best work? Are you really proud of the product that you're putting out? The way that we have things scheduled, the flow that we're doing it, is it enabling you to take pride in the quality of your work? That's the question. And if that can happen at a couple of patients an hour because you're staggering them well and you have an awesome support staff, great, right? If that person needs to be one-on-one, certain variables need to be in place, get them in place, because if they don't feel the quality, they will feel the burnout. I don't think it's so much about how many patients. It's about whether that individual feels that they are proud of the work they're doing. And this is the same thing about like cash-based versus insurance. Like I am not dead set against ever taking insurance. I do think there are some relevant variables there. I mean, if you spend an hour filling out some silly insurance form for authorization that that somebody who's untrained is going to be checking boxes when they look at it, compared to spending that same hour developing a pamphlet to go out to dentists because you believe that you can eradicate TMD and you believe those patients are underserved. Same hour. I guarantee you the first one leads to more burnout. Because what you're doing, you're not fired up about. What you're doing, you don't believe in. The quality of that isn't there. Same hour of work, same quantity, dramatically different effect on burnout and fatigue. So that's why we love when other people aren't driving our bus, because that way we can be proud of everything we do. And when you're proud of everything you do, you don't burn out. This is ultimately why we say, get good, not busy. This is the heart of it. The only guaranteed route that I know to burnout is scaling a mediocre product. And this is why I worry so much about people who are just getting into practice, haven't had any time to reflect on their practice, have not been able to sharpen the sword, haven't had any mentorship, and they are using methods of marketing to aggressively grow their business early. They are getting busy before they get good. That is one way I am certain will burn people out. Scaling a mediocre product is the only guaranteed route that I know to burn out. This is why we encourage you so aggressively to focus on getting really good before you get busy. Because if you get good and the quality is there, you can replicate it at volume and never experience burnout. That's the route. I know it's a little bit longer. I'm aware of that. I know the financial repercussions are there in the short term. I get all of that. But that is the recipe. Because only when you believe that what you are doing is excellent can you take pride in the quality. And only when you take pride in the quality can you avoid the burnout. If you scale before you are good, you will experience it. I don't know how else to say that. Number two is the team effect. So number one is quality. And I think that's the biggest driver of burnout. You'll never, ever burn out if you truly believe in the product that you're delivering, no matter the quantity. But the second one is a team. And this is never talked about enough, right? That if you care deeply about your team and their success matters intensely to you, holding the line for the greater good, the honor that is involved in that role will give back to you immensely from an energy perspective. Like we talk all the time about lock and shields, right? And if it dearly matters to you that somebody might break through your line, but it's not going to happen in your spot. Like you're not going to drop your shield. You're going to hold your part of the line. If that matters to you in a big way, being part of that collective, watching other people succeed because you're doing your role, you are basically going to inoculate yourself from burnout. Because it isn't about you. It isn't about you, right? In every area we talk about this, it's not about you. Helping other people succeed is always going to trump helping yourself succeed from an energy and satisfaction standpoint. All day, every day, right? As ICE has grown and other companies have developed around it that we're all involved in, we meet all the time. And one thing we always talk about is how much more awesome it is to watch the people coming up underneath you or alongside of you, watching them come into their own, watching them be successful, watching them develop that pride of quality of work. Like watching those things will always trump you doing it yourself. If you don't have a team, you can't do that. You don't get that give back of energy. You don't get to have that pride of holding the line for others, of playing your role so somebody else can be in the limelight. You can't do it without a team. There's a reason that we say once a month on this podcast, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Because these roles give back energy that allows you to sustain. Teams inoculate you from burnout. Because holding your role gives you tremendous satisfaction to be able to watch others be able to catapult forward from that. The final one is how much do you believe, right? So the quality of your work, the importance of being on that team you care about, watching others succeed, right? Being able to enable that. And finally, how much do you believe in your cause? Are you doing something that you believe is noble? If what you're doing works, do you believe it really matters? Like, is it going to transform something that you can reflect back on and say, gosh, if it wasn't for us being there, things would not have been as good for others? Like, do you honestly believe that? Are you fighting a noble cause? Your belief is inversely proportional to your burnout all day, right? The stronger you believe in what you're doing, the more of it you can do. You've got to believe. You've got to be a part of something, a part of a team, a part of a cause, a part of a mission that is near and dear to your heart, that you believe if it succeeds, legitimately leaves things better than you found it. If that is in your heart, your energy, your flame is never going to go out. Don't listen to people saying you're going to burn out. If you're in that space with that team and with that cause, you double down. You don't dare pull those chips off the table. Let everybody else get tired around you. If these things are in place, burnout's not going to be your problem. I've seen that in everybody that I respect ahead of me. I've seen it in those coming alongside of me. I see it in those coming up behind us. Right? Those things are true. Focus on quality. The pride and ownership of your work is inversely proportionate to burnout. Be a part of a team so that you can have the give back of energy of playing the role to watch others succeed and care about what you do. Only choose missions that you believe are noble. Those three things on board, volume is never going to burn you out. I would almost argue the more of those you do, the more energy you get back. The moment those are gone, you can be part-time and you'll be exhausted. That's how it plays out in real life. It's not about volume. It's about these intangibles. You have all the energy in the world if your spirit's in the right place. Team, have an awesome Thursday. I hope that hits home. I'd love to hear some questions about it. I see a lot of you are live on Facebook, so thanks for being on here so early. Cheers, everybody. I've got a big day ahead of me, so I got to get to it. Have an awesome Thursday. For those of you who are at CSM, I hope you're having a blast. Thanks for being out here in Colorado. I'll actually be down there tonight for a South College get together and hopefully jumping into the Evidence in Motion Social as well. So hopefully I'll see a few of you. Everybody get out of here. Go enjoy your Thursday.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.